Hey there, in this video, we're going to be talking about the best setup for trading options. So I'm going to show you what I use, which is Interactive Brokers. I have no affiliation with them. I just really like their platform. They're a good brokerage. This is who I opened an account with. Let's jump into the platform now. This is what the platform actually looks like. I'm currently trading some futures, which are looking pretty good for me. But we're going to be looking at options here. So this is the screen, this is the tab or the view that I really like when I'm trading options, and I'm going to show you how to set it up just like this. So we are looking at Apple here. Here, let's go and set up a new view so we can show you exactly how to do this. So you want to come down here to this little plus sign, and we're going to call this chart demo. Create that. When you have this green border around it, that means that you're currently editing the layout. So, and then once you're done, you just click on this little lock icon here and it's going to save that. So we're going to go up here to new window and I'm going to add in the chart first. You can either search it or it's just going to be right down here. And I'm going to put that up in the upper right hand corner. I'm going to add another chart, and I'm going to show you why here in a little bit. There's kind of a trick that I do to this to make this make the most sense for me. So pull those to that size. We can adjust them later. The next thing is going to be the option chain. And I like to open this up so that I can see about that much of it. Depending on your screen size, it's just nice to be able to see a handful of these expirations and see just the price for everything right there. And then the next thing is going to be order entry. Order entry is going to go down here, and I like that thing to be nice and big. About that. And then the very last thing is just orders. So this window shows us our active orders and the orders that have been filled. And then so once I put in an order here, it's going to show up right here. This is the futures order that I put in this morning. And let's see, I canceled the profit taker and the stop loss. You can make adjustments to this. So say you put in like a limit order to buy calls on this, then that is going to, once you put that order in, it's going to show up here, and you can actually make adjustments. So you can change the price of this. These are all linked. So that's going to, as soon as you click on something, it's going to update all of your charts that are also linked. And that's important here. I'm going to show you in a second. Now that we got all of our windows set up, I'm going to go ahead and lock this. So we'll save changes there, and that looks good. Let's go back to Apple. Okay, so why do I have two charts? The reason is because when I'm trading options, I want to be able to see the actual option contract, and I want to see the underlying too. It's really important. The moves that the option contract are making are all based on the underlying asset. It's its own instrument, and so it has its own buying and selling pressure apart from the underlying asset, but it is all based on the price movement of what's going on there. So what I really want is for this chart right here to always be showing me the underlying asset. Now I looked high and low for an answer to this and ultimately came up with this solution, which isn't ideal, but it works pretty well. So you notice when I clicked on this before how it loaded this up into all these screens. Well, the reason for that is because these are all linked, and you can tell that by this little link right here. Because it is showing the green group 4, that means that all of these are linked in the same group. What we can do is actually set one of these. Oh, shoot. I already updated that, so we'll set that back to Apple. I want to take this chart and just pull it off so it doesn't have a group. So that's no group. So what my process is when I am looking at a stock to trade options on, and I have found that, I am going to, like Apple, I'm going to load that up here first. So I'm going to load up Apple here. And then I'm going to load it up into this one here, because then that's going to update all of my other windows. And then I'm going to come here and look at my option chain. So let's see, we're seeing a little crest here in the Apple stock. If I wanted to, I think we're going to probably see a little bit of a pullback here. Let's see, I'm looking at the 16-day puts, and this is not a video on my strategy and how I look at options and figure out what options to actually buy. But if this were me in this situation, I'm probably gonna go with go with puts, slightly out the money puts, which would put us at 170, and it would be this contract right here. And 16 days is a pretty good time frame. Again, this is not a strategy video, but so yeah, as you noticed, I clicked on the ask column, and on that price, it's going to automatically load it up into our order entry box down here. I'm going to say so, and then you can see the contract, and it loads up our contract over here. You can see that the contract is slowly, it looks like it's as the price of the underlying has crested, we're seeing also that the price of this put option is slowly starting to increase right there. So if I wanted to go ahead and purchase this, I'm going to say buy. That is very important. We have this window that pops up here. This is going to show you all you really need to be looking at, which is, well, in my opinion, all you really need, the information is right here. Our bid and ask is really close, and this is a very important thing when it comes to finding options that you want to trade on. Make sure that your bid and ask numbers are very close, and that you have a decent amount of size, which is basically liquidity in this option market. When we're looking at this, you can see that the bid sizes, the number of bids, so that's a number of contracts at this price, is it's breaking 1,000 pretty regularly, up in the mid to high hundreds. That is plenty to get in and out of a trade very quickly. So I am a huge fan of using basically these two numbers right here to determine, hey, is this an option contract that I want to get into? Partly because, is it an option contract that I'm going to be able to get out of easily? Okay, now I'm going to actually go through what this would look like to put in an order. I'm going to put this out. I don't actually want to get into this position right now, so I'm going to put this way down here. But say, like, I want to enter at, put a limit order for 5 contracts at 230. Again, this is not a video explaining the mechanics or the actual math behind this. Per every single contract is a contract for 100 shares, so you have to multiply this price times 100. So really, the price that we're paying for this is going to be $237 per contract, and then you can do the math to figure out exactly how much that's going to cost total, how much exposure you want to have into this position or into the market. So a limit order is just going to say, I want to pay $2.30 for this. If I submit this, I'm going to say cash quantity order. Oh, I'm already in. Okay. I'm already in a trade right now. So let's see. Let's decline this here. I'm just going to, let's see if it does the same if I just put in one contract. I'm already in a trade. So okay, so we'll accept and continue. So I want to make sure that I don't get into that trend. So I'm going to put that even lower. Okay. So this is going to show you how much margin you are using, if any, if the total amount of the contract, which is $220, and I'm going to go ahead and say override. So now you can see that shows up right here in your open orders. I can change the limit. I can change the price right here, and it's going to show me all that information, what the bid ask is. And then I better cancel this soon because that price is coming down. You can also change it up here too on the chart. That line is going to come up. You can actually grab that line and pull it around. I find be careful, play around with this a little bit. I find on a laptop, sometimes the trackpad can be really touchy and you can accidentally push this. If you push this right through up, that'll execute that order. So
Order cancelled.
and as you can see, this price is dropping quickly. So I wanted to cancel that. So you can cancel the order too, and that's going to, that'll cancel it. You also see if the order executes, it's going to show that up here. And that is what happened right here on this. This is a future contract, but the fill price, it's going to show. So these orders actually executed. So that is the way that I like to look at everything. This is the setup that I use when I'm actively trading options, and I've found it to be incredibly useful. I found it to contain all the information that I need when I'm looking at getting in and out of option trades. And this is a great platform to do it. So if you have any questions, please leave those in the comments below, or in the comments below, tell me what platforms you are using for your option trades, or if you have any other suggestions to make option trading faster and easier. Thanks for watching, and please consider subscribing. I'm trying to grow this channel, and we'll see you in the next one.